Jai Hind all. Today I am going to start another topic in Python programming, that is strings. So today we are going to cover various things, various topics related to strings such as string slices, immutability, what are string functions, methods and string modules. So one by one we are going to discuss all these topics. So first of all, what is a string? So basically, string is a sequence of characters. In real time, in real world, we always used to speak sentences, or we always used to data which comprises of numbers or symbols or characters. All can be combined as a string. So we can say that a string may contain alphabets, numbers and special characters too. So usually when we are dealing strings within the programming languages, strings are enclosed within single quotes or double quotes. So Python generally supports either you can write ABC within single quote, or you can also write it in double quotes. Next, the important property associated with a string is that strings are immutable in nature. That is, we cannot modify the content whatever assigned to the variable in the terms of a string. For example, if A is assigned a string hello world, and as you can see in this particular example, hello world is written within single quotes. Now A will become immutable. We cannot modify the contents of A as it is containing the string, and this particular string is stored in enclosed within single quotes. Second example is B is equals to Python, and you can see here Python is enclosed within double quotes. So both the formats, either string can be enclosed in single quotes or double quotes, both the formats are correct as per Python point of view. So Python supports both the patterns to define the string within your program. Next, there are certain inbuilt functions in Python for using various string functions or various properties, or to identify various characteristics associated with a string. Some of them are length, max and min. So as the name suggests, what length will perform, it will find out the number of characters present within a string. So whatever data you are providing in terms of a string within the program, it can calculate how many characters it is having. Second is the min. It will calculate the smallest value in the string based on the ASCII value. So generally strings are converted into ASCII codes, and based upon the smallest ASCII value, it will return the data. Max, again it is just opposite to the min, as it will return the largest value which is being present in the string, again based upon the ASCII value. So whenever we are dealing with the min or max value within the string, we always refer ASCII code. Now, how this ASCII code works within the computer system? As you can see, there is a table of ASCII codes for all the alphabets in capital or small written over here. So first, let us assume that is T is inserted. So what is the ASCII code for capital T? It is 84. Similarly, for a small t, it is 116. So whenever we are entering the character, so what computer is performing, it is converting the ASCII code, that is 84, into binary equivalent, and then binary value will predict the value of T. So generally when we are pressing T on the keyboard, it is communicating an electronic signal to the system. Now that system will recognize its ASCII code, and that code is converted into its binary equivalent, and then that binary code is reverted back to the CPU, which in turn identify what letter has been pressed on the keyboard. So this is the way how ASCII works on the computer system. Now, let us have some example for inbuilt string function. So for example, our small code has been written over here, that is a variable is taken name. In this, I am taking an input. I am asking input from the user. That is why I have used input function, and then print welcome, and whatever input I have taken from the user, that name. Second, I want to print the length of the name. third, I want to print the maximum value of character in the name, that is max name, which function is used, max. And last, I want to calculate the minimum character in my name. So for example, I am entering my name as Ajay. So what is the length of the data? It is 4. So when this particular statement, that is print welcome name, so what is going to be print? It will print welcome Ajay. Next, length of your name. So length of the string will get printed, that is 4. So here 4 will be printed. Next is the maximum value of character in the name. So again we will prefer to the ASCII code, and what is the maximum value this particular name is having, that is small y. So what it will return? It will return small y. Next, the minimum value. So what is the minimum ASCII code this particular name is having? That is capital A. So what it will return? It will return capital A. So whatever minimum and maximum value we will receive here will based upon the ASCII code it is having. So the minimum ASCII code will be returned in terms of character, and in similar way maximum ASCII code will be returned in terms of character. Next, the string concatenation. When we want to merge multiple strings, multiple data within our program. For example, it is written A, hi, and B, how are you. Now we want to add these two or merge these two sentences. That is, I want to say that, hi, how are you. So for that, a simple plus operator is being used, which is responsible for concatenating the strings. So how it will work? When I will write C is equals to A plus B and print C, it will simply return me, hi, how are you. So in Python, concatenation of a string, that is merging of a string, is very much easy. That is, with the help of simple plus operator, we can merge more than 2 strings within the Python. Now, next, we can concatenate strings with the asterisk operator also. But how? What this asterisk operator perform? It will create multiple copies of the string. Means if I am using plus operator, it will add 2 strings, that is hi, how are you. Next, if I use multiplication sign, that is asterisk operator, what it will do? It will create those number of copies within the output. For example, I have written print Python asterisk 10. So what it will do? When I print this statement, Python will be printed 10 times. So as you can see the output, here Python is printed 10 times. So the asterisk operator is also concatenating multiple strings, but again it is repeating the same string multiple number of times, not merging 2 strings. Next is the string slicing. Means when we want to divide or we want to extract certain part or certain information from the data given. So whatever the data, whatever sentence is being given within the program, and I want to extract certain part from it. For that purpose, string slicing is used. So what slice operation will perform? It will return a segment of the string, and that segment can be the whole string also, or a small part of the string, that is substring, or a single character also. It will depend upon the start and end value which is being provided by us. So what is the syntax for that? Whatever string I want to extract, the name of that string, and after that start and end index value. Now this start and end index value is totally optional. If I am not providing start and end index value, in that particular case, whole string will be printed. But if I am providing start index value and not providing end index value, in that particular case, my substring will start from the start point, but will end till the last of the data. In the similar fashion, if I forgot to write a start index value and only provide end index value, in that particular case, my substring will start from the 0th index and will end till the value which is being defined in the end part. consider example. If I am taking a string hello, so in a string in Python, how indexing is done? Indexing always starts from 0 when I am reading the string from left hand side. So H is indexed as 0 and O is indexed as 4. But in similar way, if I am start reading my string from the right hand side, the negative index values are used. So here it is -1, -2 up till -5. So starting from O to H, I will be having negative index values, and from H to O, that is from left to right, I will be having positive index value starting from 0. Now let us assume the example. It is written S is equals to hello. Now slicing operation. In slicing operator, it is being written S1:4. Means in 1:4, that is the starting index value is 1 and end is 4. So what it will print? Starting from 1, that is E, L, L. Whatever is the last index value -1. So it will run till end -1. So what it will print? It will print E, L, L. Now if I write S -1. So what is S -1? Nothing has been given, not start, no end, no colon is there. So what it will print? It will simply print S -1, that is O. Now if it is S1 to 100, so starting pointer is given, index value is given 1. So it will start from 1 till 100. So the string is having maximum index value 4. So it will not bother what is the end index value given, because after 4 all values are null. So what it will print? It will start printing from index value 1, that is E, and till O it will print, that is E, L, L, O. So in this way, string slicing is done. It will totally depend upon the start and end values which are being provided by the user in the syntax. Next, as I said earlier also, that is strings are immutable. That is, once strings are being generated, we cannot change the character within the string. We cannot modify the content. For example, I have written A is equals to Python program and I am printing A0. So what it will print? It will print P only. So if I write A0 is equals to B, then it will create an error, because A0 is already P, and since strings are immutable, it cannot be updated by the character B. Now, comparison of strings, how to compare multiple strings, or how to perform relation, how to calculate relation between two strings. So there are various comparison operators, that is equal to, not equal to, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. And again, all these comparisons are based upon their corresponding ASCII values. Means whenever we are dealing with the strings, we generally go with the ASCII values. Direct strings are not available. As I have told you earlier also, that whenever I press a key from the keyboard, it will look for the ASCII code and convert that ASCII code into binary form, and then binary form is again transferred to the CPU to extract the character which is being pressed by the user through the keyboard. So for example, if I have taken string 1 as green and string 2 as black, and I want to compare whether two strings are equal or not. So for that, it will always generate answer in true and false, because I am comparing. So the output of comparison operators is always either true or false. So string 1 is equals to string 2. Simply I can see that G is not equal to B. So the ASCII code is different. So string 1 is not equal to string 2. That is why answer will be false. Next, string 1 is greater than string 2. Now string 1 is greater than string 2. How? Because G is greater than B. The value of ASCII of G is large as compared to small b. So the answer will be true here. String 1 is less than string 2, answer will be false. That is the way how we compare strings. Next, string formatting operators, how to format strings. So For formatting operator, there is a symbol that is percent sign. It is unique to strings. So whenever I want to print a particular in format, so for example, I have written my name is %s and I secured %d marks in Python. Now what is percent here? I will provide data. So wherever percent sign is there, that particular data is being replaced in same sequence. But if I just interchange the data, if I write 92 here and Arbaz here, so 92 will be printed over here and Arbaz will be printed over here. Again, the type mismatch error will occur there because it is string and it is integer, and we are printing a string here and we are printing integer over here. So whenever I am formatting the string, particular format is being defined and carefully assign the values as per the format specified. Next, there are various functions and methods available to work with these strings. Some of them are written over here, that is length, min, max, we have already discussed. Then some is alpha, digit, lower, upper. So there are number of functions and methods with the help of which we can manipulate or work upon strings. So one by one, we are going to discuss all these categories. So first category comes with the conversion of string functions. Means when I want to convert the data, whatever is being defined. Here conversion is being done. We are not replacing the, we are not modifying the content of the string, but we are changing the form of a string. Means for example, if I have taken these small characters, I am converting those small characters into upper characters, or I am writing that particular string in title case, or I am just swapping the case lower into upper, upper into lower, or I am just replacing the old string with the new string, means such like those. Means we are not modifying the content, but we are reforming or formatting the data. We are converting the data, whatever is being written over here. So some of the functions are capitalize, lower, upper, title, showcase, swap case, or replace. So as the name suggests, capitalize, it will only capitalize the first character present over within the string. Lowercase will convert all the characters in the lower form. Upper will convert all the characters into uppercase. Title, it would convert the sentence in the title form, that is first character is capitalized of each word, as we see in the titles. Swap case, in this lowercase letters will get converted into uppercase and uppercase will converted into lowercase. And replace old comma new, that will replace old string with the new string. So here you can see the example also. Next, formatting string functions. So formatting string functions means when we are aligning the data, or we are creating the data in a particular format. For example, I am adjusting my data in the center or left aligned or right aligned in this way. So for that, I have center, adjust, adjust and format. So whenever I will provide center, I will provide how many bytes will be occupied. So total width will be given and my data will be adjusted in the center. Just see the example only. So if I write input, enter any string. So suppose I enter welcome. Now I want this welcome to be in center, and I will write here the total width of the string. So total string is 20. So what it will do? It will align welcome in the center, and total characters in welcome are 7. So remaining 30. So 6 on the left and 7 spaces are left on the right hand side. So as you can see, when center alignment is done, welcome is written over here. It is being started from this point. Next is the left align. Left align is, again I am providing the width, but as I am aligning the data from the left hand side, data will start from the left hand side. Next is the adjust, that is the right alignment. So whenever right alignment is given, I will again provide the width, and it will start aligning from the right hand side. So after creating 13 spaces, it will print welcome. So in this way, multiple functions are being used in the string. So there are other functions also which can be discussed and are helpful in manipulation of strings, which we can discuss in further lectures. So thank you very much for today. See you in the next lecture.